Hey guys, I know it's been a while since our last rant video, but thankfully Skyblock has actually been getting a lot of content updates recently, so I haven't had the need to complain that much. However, I think it's about time to start saying something. My main focus on this video today is going to be talking about dungeons, but I will also talk about the mythological event, because it definitely opened my eyes to how I feel about content in this game. So if you guys don't know, over the last few days, Floor 5 has been released. I'll include the patch notes down below so you guys can see what's going on with that. But in the patch notes, they also hinted that 6 and 7 are right around the corner. So that means those could come out over the next few weeks. So what does that mean? Well, we're going to have a lot of content and we're going to be very busy. There's also the election update which recently came out. So there's going to be a lot going on in Skyblock. So that is really cool. Why do I be complaining about that? Well, all it really did to me is bring back why I dislike dungeons. Now, why do I dislike it, you might ask? Well, there is multiple reasons for that. One is the secrets, and you guys know I hate secrets. Just because how I think about them is literally, you remember the layouts, kind of. But my main thinking of it is, let's say you stop running dungeons for a week, a month, whatever. They don't update dungeons for like 2 months, so you stop running it for a month or two, and they finally update it and you come back. Then you might not remember any of the secrets, which is a really big thing, especially with the addition of Floor 5, how they added in the new chest if you get an S+. So I think maybe a way to combat that would be either make secrets worth more or reduce the amount of points required for an S+. Like there's a mayor you can vote in that gives you 10 free points. Something like that. Like I think lowering would be nice, but that's just for people like me that don't exactly want to remember pointless information like all the dungeon secrets, because there is a lot of rooms and they keep adding more and more. So having to remember that is a really big pain, especially for someone like me who's like memory of like a snail or whatever is really bad memory. The next thing also I can note is finding a party. Now, I know some people might not find this a problem, and you guys will be like, what do you mean you're having problems finding a party? I mean, I could find a party. Anyone can go find a party. Just finding a okay party is the thing. I tend to use, one specific Discord for it, and it's okay. I can find a party most of the time. However, even with the release of Floor 5, it doesn't seem like there are that many people running. I'll still see over, like an hour or two, like 1 or 2 people looking for a group, or even like, a party looking for more players or something like that. It's kind of crazy considering we just got a new floor, but there's a good reason why people are not looking for a new party, which is something I will get to after. But I do think this is a problem that just kind of plagues the game in general, and it's something that I do not like. Mainly because they added a new enchant on Floor 5, if you guys don't know, called Legion. It was really, really good when they first released it. It was like 1% stats, and then for up to 5 players you get 4 or 5% all stats, and it scaled up to 20% at level 5, yada yada. Very nice enchantment. Now you need 20 players, and there is almost no content in Skyblock where you have 20 players around you, unless you're literally some YouTuber being like, I want my posse around me, give me all the stats, or something stupid like that. So I don't like group content. I think that's my main point I want to make. This is why I actually really enjoyed the mythological creature update, because basically it's solo content. I like solo content because you can do it at your own pace. You don't need to depend on anyone else, which is a thing I don't like about dungeons. You need 4 other people to run, or you pretty much I think you can do with 4 people. I had to go check. I'm not entirely sure, since it kind of varies on the first few floors, but you pretty much need 5 people to run. And that is a pain to set up sometimes. And then you have people leaving, they gotta go, stuff like that. It's just a struggle. It'd be nice if dungeons could be a solo experience, but again, they don't have the server space, and it's already laggy as is, which is a big, big shame. So those are my main gripes with dungeons. There's also the addition of the new items they added as well, and I just canceled my task. The new items as well, which they are very good. Like, let's go, if you guys don't know, they added a few new items, but you have like Shadow Fury, for example, right? Which is a brand new sword. They're set in. It has really good stats. And we're on only floor 5, mind you, and this is almost a top contender with our current gear, which is crazy to think about because I thought we weren't supposed to be lapped to like 8, 9, and 10, but at floor 5, the gear is already almost as good as what we currently have. You also have something like the Livid Dagger, which has an insane ability, which they could put that on any sword and the sword would be very good. But it has mediocre stats, 240, 165. It reminds you of like an AOTD or something. But it does 50% bonus damage on a crit and 150% bonus damage behind. So it's a really powerful weapon, mind you. And just the power creep is already coming, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting it till floor 7, 8, 9, 10, but it's already here on floor 5. And it'll be definitely a few floors again before a new Berserker item comes out, like at least floor 7 or 8. And by the time it's then, they're just be releasing better gear than we already have. So, yeah, that's a lot to think about. So if you're actually watching this, be sure to save your coins because the meta is going to shift a lot, especially inside and outside of the dungeon, because big things are coming. So besides that, I do want to talk about the Mythological update as well. Since if you guys weren't here for it, it's essentially one of the Mare events, which are very nice if you ask me. I really enjoyed it. Now, at first, I definitely seemed like I did not enjoy it, but that is because, I just didn't understand at the time. But now that it's gone, I can kind of appreciate it for what it is. It's definitely the best option / the event they worked on the most. So yeah, right now, Foxy's the Mare, and the new election opens in 8 hours, and I'm hoping Diana's Ritual or Mythological Ritual is an option again because I really enjoyed that content. Mainly to farm this new enchant, Chimera. Because this is definitely the start of the end game, which I really can't wait for. And Inquisitors are definitely a great mob / great challenge to fight, even though it is very hard. And top it off, it's solo content. And I'm a big fan of solo content. I really don't want them to push Skyblock in the direction of group content because the servers are laggy, which is the main point of why people aren't running, which I mentioned earlier, because the lag is atrocious. You go in a lobby, literally like you're playing a slideshow. No one wants to play a slideshow, man. Like, people get one shot. We open the door, lag, and like half the party got blown up instantly. Like, who was gonna want to play that? Like, no one. Like, something needs to be done with the lag. A lot of stuff definitely seems like it needs to be done. But there's also the whole thing of now, which is what people complain about in my guild earlier. They have a lot of money now. Seems like every time they release a new skin, instantly sells out. Like this one right here, 1350 gems, 1,000 of them. I think it sold out in like 8 hours or so. Like by the time I woke up, that's like 1,000,000 gems, like right there. And how much is 1,000,000 gems worth? Like, I don't even know. Like 200 times that, something. I don't know. It's like 10,000. It's a lot. They're getting a lot of money essentially. So I know I'm kind of like derailing this whole rant right now, but some stuff needs to be fixed. They are getting a lot more devs. Hopefully something can be fixed about the servers as well. My gripe on Dungeon is mainly the whole like secrets and requiring more people, which Myth doesn't have, so that's why I like Myth. It's still good content, don't get me wrong. Like, I still like it because it adds in new gear and it's fun, but I just don't like the whole, the direction they're going with it. Solo dungeons have been really cool at the end of the day, but I don't think the servers could, sustain it. Since we go to lobby and go look how many people are online right now, there's definitely like the normal amount. Yeah, oh, this is only 30k, surprising. That's kind of interesting. Skyblock, if you guys don't know, Playground's been kind of all over the place lately, but it's definitely a 20 to like 40-ish k player average, give or take. Compared to the other games, that's normally quite a bit. We can kind of go look over here and see. So yeah, I guess it's just a slow Sunday, I guess you could call it. But normally they have like 30 to 40k players on. Maybe because it's starting into the evening, EU players are already locked off, stuff like that. But the lag is pretty bad, and especially as Skyblock goes towards adding harder and harder content, the lag is just going to be too much of an issue. It should not be a mechanic that we have to deal with, or mobs are going to be weaker or something, or less punishing, because they're already very punishing, and the lag makes them even doubly so. So I think I've strayed too long on this rant. Hopefully you guys enjoyed listening. If you did, I'll catch you guys next time, hopefully in a stream. If you're new, maybe think about subscribing, because I try to do a live stream at least like 5 or 6 days out of the week. So stay tuned for that. I will catch you guys next time. Bye.